Hey, welcome back, guys. Today we are on the camper van, the cheap Chevy Express campervan build again. And I got a helper with me here today. So if you recall, we did the insulation there. You can see inside a big mess of all the bubble over from the spray foam. So made quick work of that, chopped up what we needed to there. Now, today we're going to work on the bed framing and a bit of the framing for any cabinets that we're going to stick in here later. So, here, Mav, why don't you go over there, hold that, and let's here, look, grab this. Hey, grab this board here, bud. Grab this. So what I've got is a half rip 2x6 here. This one actually isn't long enough, but we're just going to go ahead and probably use some riv nuts. Mount this to the side frame of the van here, and then I will rip another one, which I gotta actually rip two because that one's not long enough, and then we'll run another one along this side. And got some Ikea bed brackets, which you might have seen other people do, but I'm going to do it a little differently because the way I've seen other people do it, they kind of give up a few inches worth of bed space. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there to kind of give us a little more room, because you want every inch you can get. We actually have 6 feet from wall to wall, which is pretty decent. I've seen measurements online that say it's only 62 inches. I've measured that and verified it is definitely 6 feet. So that's not a bad amount of room there. We got a twin bed going in. It's going to be 38 inches. So we'll get our mount bars mounted first. So let's go ahead and rip some 2x6s. Right, Mav?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Me and Maverick are on it. Me and Dad are on air.
You bet. All right, let's rip some 2x6 and get this going.
Yeah. We're going to cut wood for this panel.
Yeah, we got our makeshift cut table lined up here, set up.
Yeah.
All right, come on over.
Yeah.
Cut master. Right. We got our cut table set up. And we got a nice straight line drawn here. You gonna help me cut or what?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna run the trigger. Okay, come to the, hold on, please. I don't want your foot down by where the saw goes. Can you come around to the back of the saw? Okay. Okay, just remember, if Dad says stop, we got to stop, okay? Ready? Okay. Can you pull your foot back, please? Maybe if you stand up. What's the matter? Where's your gloves?
Don't forget this.
Well, get your safety gear on, man. Okay. It's an open saw blade right there. So let's just stand back. Get a good grip. Okay.
Go.
Go. Alrighty. Now, the tricky part about these vans, as I've mentioned before, is that nothing's straight in them. Nothing's perfectly level. So I want the bed to sit, the bed rail to be roughly level along the wall, but there's no way to guarantee the van is parked level. So the best way it almost seems to do this is to just measure height right off the floor, and we'll get a couple marks, and then we have a line to work with that we can align our bed rail with. And that should ensure that it's closely level to the floor at least. And then whether you park the van level or not when you're ready to sleep is another story. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here, is just make a few lines on our rib bars here, and then we can align the rail with that. And I guess I should mention, the reason I use this 2x6 ripped is because I don't have any 2x4 around. It's just a cheap project, so I'm using scraps and whatnot. And that was just an easy way to get things done without going to the hardware store. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and make some marks here, and we'll see if we can get this bed rail lined up and move on with this project. All right, it's been a bit of fiddle farting around here. I made my lines, measured. I still didn't feel confident about how this rail was sitting, whether it was straight, level, or not. So I went ahead and got the laser out here. It's actually pretty handy. It's got a nice adapter to sit on a regular camera tripod. So I set that up, and because the 3 legs are adjustable, you kind of get it lined up so that I have a nice straight line down this rib here. And I feel like the ribs are probably straight up and down. Now, because I've got a full 4D crossline laser here, if I'm straight up and down with my rib, then my 90-degree crossline here, all I have to do is line that up with the top of my rail, or where I want my rail to go, and that should give me a nice plumb, like, well, not plumb, nice level line to follow here for our bed rail. So we just put the laser in the lock position so that it's not trying to sit level, and it's just, I could adjust it just based on lining up with this rail, this rib of the van here. And I think that's going to work out pretty good. I don't know if you can, if it's coming across. I think you can kind of see it in the video there, but I got it nicely lined up with the top rail. So I'm just going to go ahead and secure that now. I was going to do riv nuts, but the way this is lining up with some of the holes in the ribs, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just deck screw this, regular screws, run them right into the ribs there. The rails don't ever need to move again once they're there. So you think that's what we should do? All right, you gonna run some drill for me? It's drill time, right? What do you want to talk about?
So, all the boards are just got to get moved when the bed is there, framing, literally poor.
All right, bed frame time, right?
And this is a little...
Let's go, drill, baby, drill.
Yeah, baby.
Stop. Okay. Good. Yeah, no, that's good. You got it sucked up just nice there. All right. Good to go.
So, I just want to talk about
Hey, you running the drill bit, buddy?
Go!
Whoa, okay, whoa. Hold on, please.
Oops.
Let's just get lined up first. Okay. Okay, runner. Whoa.
Stuck in there.
Okay.
Where's that one?
You got to stop when you run up tight there, remember?
Dad.
You're usually really good at running the pressure trigger on the drill.
Yeah.
Come over here, we got one more.
Got one more right here.
Okay, well, you got the screw. Let's get her on the drill.
I do the start. No, right here.
Well, straight here is about lined up. Okay, remember, don't go super fast. Just...
Is that good?
We got to keep getting right through the metal. Almost. Whoa, sorry, is your hand stuck?
Did we get...
Or even on the...
Yeah!
Okay, we might have to back drill.
Back out.
We're going to go ahead and get a drill bit and just drill a hole there. Oh, yeah, careful. That's hot, bud. All right?
Why is it hot?
Because it makes a lot of friction when it's spinning. You okay?
Hungry.
You did, hey? Let's see. Where? Do you have a blister yet? It's probably not as good as Mom's kisses, hey? You'll be okay? I know you're tough. You're so tough. Right?
Don't.
Well, Let's see if we can run this one in here.
Is it hot?
Probably.
Does it feel like?
Ouch, 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 hot potato. Hot screw.
Is it hot?
Okay. We're going to have to figure something else out here.
Oh, yeah, maybe you.
All right, our screw doesn't want to pierce that end piece there, so we're just going to go ahead and run a stilt in the corner to butt up against our bed rail here so that it can't droop. I'll just plumb that into the corner, but you guys can't see it on the camera, but I have to remove this diesel fuel tank for the diesel heater here. And that's okay because we got a much bigger tank for that I'm going to be running. So I don't need that temporary tank there like we ran before. So now let's go ahead and get flipped around and we'll run the other bed rail on the other side here. This is the short one. All right, flipped around here. You find a ladybug in the house?
No.
No, you found it outside.
Oh,
cool.
There's two on my top. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, this side's a little bit different. It's shorter. There's a different amount of ribs here. However,
no.
look out there, Mav. We're shooting something.
What?
Can you step aside there? You're stepping right in front of the camera.
We're shooting something?
Yeah. So, this rib right here is the same as the one above the wheel well there. Two wheel wells. Where I had this on the other side, we've got this crossbar that just comes up at an angle. On the other side there, I rested right on top of that. And it was a good thing I measured because this one over here is actually a different height. So I kind of confirmed this rib right here is the same. It's a mirror image of this other one above the other wheel well. So I went ahead and just measured this rib here down and made a mark of exactly where the other top rail is placed. So I should be able to go ahead, fit this one in here at this height. We'll get that one rib drilled there. And then from there, I should be able to get the laser going and we'll get it level exactly where we want it and make the other connections to fix it completely. All right, I don't know if you guys could tell from that time lapse there, but that was quite a bit of dickering around just to get everything lined up again with that laser. Normally, the laser's easy. It's, it's self-leveling. So you just set it on your tripod. It's in your basement where you're trying to frame a wall and you're trying to make everything square, simple, 90 degrees. It's meant to do that. But we had to tilt everything, put the laser on lock and tilt it up, down, back, forward, left, right, just to get it perfectly aligned with that rib bar on the side of the van. So I did that though. I double checked my measurements there with a measuring tape from the floor just to make sure they were about close. Looked pretty good. So went ahead and fixed that on. We're looking good now. I feel pretty comfortable with where that bed rail's sitting. Now, what we got here is our Ikea bed rail mounts. And then we've got our Ikea bed rail here. Now, these things, they slip into each other like this. But now, as you see, look how much is sticking up above the bracket. So what happens is, most people, they will mount these brackets. You have to have somewhere to mount it there through these are your mount holes to mount it flush to your bed rail bar. Now you're down here. This is where your mattress is going to butt up against. So you're losing, like for me, I've got a 2x6 here, which is dimensional lumber here is 1.5 inches in width. So we're losing 1.5 inches here and on the other side. We're losing 3 full inches of potential bed length that way. So the plan here is to go ahead and take this bracket, and I will just slice this off flush at the top. We'll drill a couple new holes here, just right on those ears there for mounting. Then we can go ahead and mount this about where the bed rail bar will come up and mount flush with the edge of this 2x6. And then we'll gain that full width, or the length right to the wall there for the bed. So that'll give us our entire 6 feet. I'm gonna feel a lot better about that than having to squish that mattress in and drop it in and lose 3 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll bust out the cutting wheel, clamp this down to something, and start some cutting, and then we'll see how it goes, because I'll have to drill this and everything too. It's not very firm material, but I think we'll be all right. There should be enough there that it'll hold enough strength to mount this bed correctly. So if not, I'll have to go buy new ones. But a lot of people say you can just get these from Ikea for free if you go on their website. And that is true. You can go on there and say you're missing parts and just apply to get the parts. I did that like 8 months ago. Never seen them. So I just went ahead, I found a seller on Amazon, and I just purchased from them. They were like $20. So I'll go ahead and leave a link down below if you want to buy the same ones or whatever, because I didn't have any luck with Ikea. So if you don't either, that's where you can get them. And but for now, let's carry on and get to hacking this bit up. All right, change of plan again. So here's our here's our cut line that we would have to make to be flush with that cross rail. So the problem is, this is where I was going to drill a hole. That's all the meat that we would need. She's gone, because all we would be keeping is this. So change of plan. I think what we can do here is actually just mount this mount upside down, instead of normally they go this way, and then your bed rail clips in right there. So if we mount it upside down, it looks like that will still engage just fine. And then we have our flush bed rail, no problem. So I guess we're going to go in and try and line that up. Excuse me, sir. Did you have something to say? What did you want to say? What did you want to tell everyone? I love you too. Can I have a hug? Thanks. All right, let's go in and level her up here. All right, we're running out of daylight, so we're gonna have to work fast here. But I just did a little measurement, and we got what I'm gonna call a happy little accident. So the measurement we need to mount this thing down to get it flush is perfectly aligned with the bottom of our rail, just right where we happen to have cut that 2x6.5, ripped it in half. Perfect height. So we can mount that right at the bottom. So I got my crossbar up, and I'm just going to go ahead and drill my mounts in there. I'll start with the back one, because I want to make sure I get that bed as far back as I can. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the slats out, just to get it right to the edge, so we can align that next rail perfectly here, so we're not taking up any extra space into this tiny little spot that we have. So I guess we'll get it mounting these, and we're just going to go ahead and use some more wood screws. I don't want the edge of this thing touching the back of the van here and creating a nasty squeak whenever it moves around or flexes or anything like that. So I'll mount it just a pinch off the edge. Yeah, the regular screw mounts that come for this don't really work because they're meant for those pre-drilled holes in that sawdust pressure applied wood in the Ikea furniture that is no good. So let's go ahead and use regular screws. All right, there's one. Make sure I still have that camera pointing over here. Not that there's a whole lot for you guys to see right now, but it seems kind of dodgy to just go ahead and do all the work off camera and then turn it back on when it's done and go, ta-da! I cannot wait to get this diesel heater out of here. I know we actually spent a bit of time doing that work if you guys saw the video, but I've actually got some updates coming for that, so I don't have to rely on this messy diesel and stinky diesel anymore. So I got an alternative heat source that I'm going to be relying on, which we'll be talking about in a future video. Okay, there's our one bar. Ooh, can hold my fat butt. So far so good. And we'll be able to spread that out across here. Okay, time for the slats. Bang, bang. Just working in a total mess right now. Okay. That should be pretty darn close right there. I guess we can always move this if we have to. It's only 2 screws, so. See how it turns out here. All right. How do my measuring skills stack up today? Normally I'd measure 18 times off camera, but today we're doing it live. Okay. It's starting to look like something. The one thing that I don't think I have right now is the plastic knobs that go in here to hold the slats taut end to end. So probably have to go look for some of those. But for now, I'd say my measurement looks pretty solid. I'm coming up flush there on the end. Okay, that's good enough. I don't really need to see any more, but because this is just going to be a mess for now. So what I'm actually going to do next, now that we've ensured that this width is correct, these slots all fit perfectly, I'm going to go ahead and mount a just like another like a little 1x4 or something like that here, just to give it a lip so that these won't butt out, and then the mattress has something to butt up against as well. And then it can't slide around or fly off of here or anything like that. And at that point, we will have a bed. So I'm going to find something amount to this, and I'll be right back. All right. We did a little bit off camera here because it started to rain. We just had to get some work done. I went ahead and just drilled 3 holes here in this bed rail. Trimmed a quick 6-inch strip here of just some junk OSB I had laying around for now. It'll go there. I can paint it later to finish it up. Had some shouldered bolts laying around from this car that I'm stripping on another project. So we had some bolts to use. We just fired that in there. That'll stop the mattress from sliding forward or the slats or anything like that. So that's more or less finished up for enough to call it that we have a bed frame. So I thought that was good progress today. I would have liked to get more done, but hey, that's one big major piece that's going to start making it look functional soon. So we'll go ahead and slap the mattress on that later and show you that, see how everything fits up. But for now, I don't really want to open the mattress and get it exposed to all the sawdust and junk that we're drilling in here. So there's a bed for today. Perfect. On to the next piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this.
Can you say victory?
Victory.
You got to put your fist up and go, victory.
Victory.
All right. See you next time.